We weren't planning on leaving the US at all until this happened. We moved to Germany in 2022. Before that, we were living in California. We had just bought a place next to my parents' house. It was about a 10-minute drive, and they would help us with everything because they were getting ready to retire. It was the perfect spot, mostly because we were living so close to my parents. So we would have Sunday family dinners, we would just go over all the time, and they would help so much with the kids because my husband and I were both working. Everything was great. There was no red flags. We were close to my husband's family as well, just about a 45-minute drive. We had our friends that we grew up with, and we saw our families quite often. We took little trips here and there around California, and life was good. In May 2022, the Uvalde shooting happened. That was a tragedy, to say the least. It was horrible to see on the news, and while it was in Texas and not in California, how can it not affect you? It was still in America, it was still children, and it was shocking to see. It was shocking to accept. I couldn't accept it. And there had been school shootings before, so many shootings, and it just seemed like no place was sacred anymore. Schools weren't sacred, churches weren't sacred, mosques weren't sacred. Where is the line, is what we kept asking ourselves. At this time, we had our 2 sons, and they were reaching school age, and so it really freaked us out that, something as normalized as school shootings was going to be a direct reality very soon. And we had heard from our other friends with older kids that now they were doing active shooter drills regularly, just like you do a fire drill or an earthquake drill in California. And to us, that was just not something that we wanted to accept. But we had no plans yet in motion to do anything about it. Then, I think end of May, early June, my husband heard about an opportunity to work in a new field that he was pursuing at the time. And the only catch was that it was in Germany. Mind you, we had never been to Europe before. We did not know a single thing about Germany. But I just told him to apply because that didn't necessarily mean that he was going to get it. So he did. He applied, he did some interviews, and in the end, he got the job. I remember he just asked me one day, hey, what do you think about moving to Germany? And I said, yeah, okay, why not? Like, not thinking about really anything. And sometimes we just make kind of rash decisions like that. But at that point in time, I didn't really feel like we had anything to lose. Like, yes, we had a lovely life here in California, and our parents were close and whatever, but I don't know. Our sense of adventure was calling. So we just said yes. We said yes to the job, and I soon thereafter quit my job, and my husband went to Germany first to kind of get settled within his job, to find us a place to live, because I really was not going to enjoy living in a hotel for 2 months with no housing, with 2 little boys. That sounds like a nightmare. And I've done it before, so I didn't want to do it again. So he went ahead of us. There was all this passport drama because I didn't know that children's passports expire every 5 years. So there was that hiccup along the way. His new company was not paying for relocation, so we actually did all that ourselves and paid that out of pocket, which was quite expensive. I think overall, with all of our stuff being shipped overseas and then having to buy new stuff, it cost about like $25,000. We also sold all our cars before we went. Hot tip, don't do that. You do need a car in Germany. You need a car, especially if you're not living in the city. We're not living in the city, so you definitely need a car, especially with little kids. So yeah, don't sell your cars. But to be fair, we had 2 electric cars, so we were not sure how it was going to translate over, and we knew we were not going to buy any property here, so we're not going to get anything installed to the house or anything like that. So we just let them go, and yeah, we bought some e-bikes. But yeah, his company took care of our visas for us, so that was the main thing that they helped with, which was obviously great. That was actually easy. And yeah, so that's how we arrived to Germany. And we always said, we'll give it a year, and if we don't like it, we can always just quit this job and move back. Luckily, my husband has like a kind of high demand job, and so we're kind of lucky in that way. I mean, we're very lucky in that way to just be able to kind of move and kind of trust that he will get a job. So yeah, fast forward to 3.5 years later. This is our 3rd, going on to our 4th year here in Germany. Ich spreche Deutsch. Meine Kinder gehen zu deutsche Schule. Meine Tochter geht in Kindergarten und wir sprechen fleißig English. I even found a Korean community here, and every Saturday my kids go to Korean school to keep in touch with that, since my parents aren't here. My mom's no longer here, but since we don't see my dad as often. But we also try to go home once a year. It's very expensive, and I don't know how long we can keep that up for, but to see my family, to see my husband's family, so that our kids can know and still have like a home base where everybody is, and they would be familiar with that if that was ever what they wanted to do, or maybe in the future where we decide to go back to. So yeah, we moved here on a whim, and now we're staying here intentionally. I don't know exactly how long we'll stay here in Germany, but for now, me and my kids, we love living here. We try our best to learn German. My kids go to school, I go to meetings, I am a part of a volleyball club, and I volunteer quite regularly there, even with my limited German, and we're really trying to make our life whole and good here, even though our family isn't here, even though we have no help and some days are really hard. We try to make it work, and I think that's really the best that we can do, and I think that's really why we enjoy our time here, because we don't live in Germany thinking that it's going to be just like America. We live here understanding that everything will be different. Everything might be different. Some things might be the same, but we accept that and we just take it for what it is and we move on. And I think that has really made our time here quite wonderful. So if you're thinking about moving abroad, if you're thinking about moving to Germany, please drop your questions below and I'll try to answer them in the next video. Bye.